Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome into another episode of my flight preview of the New York Jets facing the you-know-who, the Seattle Seahawks. So this is going to be a very interesting game just because this has been a very highly anticipated game for the New York Jets because this was circled on everybody's calendar right when the schedule got released because we're going up against our former New York Jet, Jamal Adams. And we were waiting to see, is this going to be a Jamal Adams versus Le'Veon Bell reunion? No, because Le'Veon Bell is no longer a Jet. And honestly, after that game against the Raiders and after seeing what the Seattle Seahawks did against the New York Giants, you never know what could happen. I don't think the Jets are going to win. I think it's going to be a blowout from the Seahawks. But again, you never know. Jamal Adams is going to be ready to go. I feel like he's going to have a really good game, low key. And so some injury news for the Jets. Unfortunately, Denzel Mims has a non-injury related issue where he had to go home because there's something going on with his family and his personal issues that is not disclosed to the media, which is okay. But I hope everything's okay with Denzel. You know, family first before anything to do with sports. So I hope Denzel's okay because he'll be out this game. Rashad Perriman is questionable. And I think Ashton Davis is out for the season. And our only starting safeties are Matthias Farley and Marcus May. Bless Austin is finally back, and he'll be starting alongside Bryce Hall. So it's going to be an interesting day. You know, who the hell is going to be guarding DK Metcalf? Is Bryce Hall going to be locking him down? I don't think so. Is Bless Austin going to lock him down? I don't think so. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to have a field day on the Jets' inexperienced corners. It's our first game without Greg Williams being our defensive coordinator. And it's going to be crazy. Do I think the Jets have a chance to be competitive? I don't think so, because the only reason why the New York Giants defeated the Seahawks is because their defense shut them down. I don't really have confidence that our defense can shut down this dynamic Russell Wilson-led offense. I feel like it's way too elite for us to keep up with, especially offensively. And the loss of Denzel Mims is going to hurt the offense, but at the same time, is it? Because they don't really target him. He had 3 targets last week. It's inexcusable. Frank Gore is in concussion protocol. Do I think he's going to start? Who knows? If Adam Gase had a brain, he'd be like, yo, wait, I had 200 yards on the ground when Frank Gore was not playing. Maybe I should give all the carries to Ty Johnson and Josh Adams again. That would be a smart idea. And let's run to the left and run behind Mekhi Becton the entire time because that's a really smart idea. It blows my mind how much it takes for Adam Gase to adjust his playbooks and understand what is working, what isn't. It took him a long time to finally realize what this offense can do if you're not giving the ball to a 70-year-old Frank Gore, because Ty Johnson looked great. And I feel like the offensive line deserves a lot of credit. That left side with Mekhi Becton, Pat Elflein, and Connor McGovern, those 3 guys were dominating in terms of the running attack on that interior offensive line, And that's very, very refreshing for Jets fans because we've been waiting to see this offensive line do something. They did not show up last week pass protecting wise, but running the ball, they were elite. We have 200 yards on the ground. You can't ask for more, whether that's the Raiders defense looking really bad or that's the Jets offensive line dominating. I feel like it's a mixture of both because the Raiders defense was missing a lot of players, but Mekhi Becton is just dominating. Like I keep saying that word over and over again because it's the truth. Mekhi Becton definitely had a sloppy game pass protecting wise, but I'm not too worried because he backed it up with his running game. He was just caving holes open for Ty Johnson and Josh Adams. I'm excited to see what they can do. But back to the Seattle Seahawks preview, I don't really think it's going to be that much of a competitive game. We're going to be in Seattle. They're going to be trying really hard to get a win is what I'm trying to say, because they just lost in embarrassing fashion to the Giants, which a game they easily should have defeated because the Giants didn't even have their starting quarterback in Daniel Jones. And Jamal Adams said in a press conference afterwards, like, yeah, this one stings a little bit, especially because it's a New York team. Like, what? What does that have to do with anything? Why do you have to bring up the New York? Like, Jamal Adams is going to try his best to win this game, and he's going to try his best to sack Sam over and over again. He's going to be celebrating. It's unfortunate. Obviously, going into this year, we were hoping that the Jets would be somewhat competitive in December so we can beat the Seahawks potentially or even just be competitive. But we have no wins. We're 0-12. The New York Jets are on pace to be the worst team in NFL history, and we're on pace to be 0-16. Do you see a win on the schedule for the next 4 games? We got the Seahawks, the Rams, the Browns, the Patriots. I don't see a win. And if we go 0-16, that secures that first overall pick. That's going to get a lot of Jets fans happy, including myself. And that hopefully means that Adam Gase is gone. It definitely worries me that Adam Gase still has a job and Greg Williams got fired. It kind of makes me a little not sit right. Like, let's go, Christopher Johnson. Why are you giving Adam Gase the right to fire someone if you're not going to fire him? Like, fire Adam Gase right after the season, please. But yeah, man, there's not really too much I could say about this game because it's a lost season for the Jets. The only thing we can look forward to is the future. We got a lot of things to be happy about when it comes to cap space and draft capital and potentially the first overall pick, because this offseason is going to be phenomenal. There's going to be so much Jets content on this channel. So if you guys are not already, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be giving you guys all the latest news about free agency, maybe some trades, the draft, all that good stuff, because there's not really too much to report right now about the Jets, because we all know it's a shit show. Excuse my language, but it really is. We have not won a game. We potentially almost won a game last week. Somehow we played good football. I mean, Sam Darnold had his best game of the season. Wasn't his best game of his career by any means. He had 3 turnovers and 3 touchdowns. But something I want to bring up that really made me sad and upset is I was on Twitter and I saw one of my tweets, and it was me analyzing a Sam Darnold game against the Denver Broncos, his rookie season. He was 21 years old. He was calm. He was poised. He looked really good. He had an excellent game. And I'm watching these highlights. I'm like, what happened to this Sam Darnold, man? Like, this is, if you watch these highlights, this is the reason why so many Jets fans, including myself, put all of our hope into Sam to be the guy, because he was going to be good. And we all hated Jeremy Bates at the time. We're like, get him a new offensive coordinator. Get him a new offensive mind, because he needs to get someone to take him to the next level. And then we bring in Adam Gase. It depresses me, because you watch Sam Darnold now and then you watch him when he was his rookie season. It looks like 2 different quarterbacks, and it just comes down to coaching. And Adam Gase openly admitted that he ruined him, and that just makes me sick to my stomach that that's the case, man. It really does, and it's just frustrating that the Jets have to go through this whole process, because I wanted Sam to be the guy. But listen, if we could lose out, go 0-16, and we get Trevor Lawrence, then we got our franchise quarterback right away. I mean, I'm not complaining. Obviously, I'm hoping that Sam gets traded to somewhere where he can thrive, because I think that he has a lot of potential in this league. I really don't think his time in the NFL is over. He's going to be a quality starter in the NFL on a team that is structured properly. I mean, if you see what the Buffalo Bills are doing with Josh Allen, it's exactly what you're supposed to do. But yeah, man, I just want to bring you guys my quick little flight preview to the Jets-Seahawks game. I'm not really expecting the Jets to be somewhat competitive, especially because the Seahawks just got embarrassed from the Giants, and I don't think Pete Carroll and the guys are going to let that happen again. I think it's going to be ugly. I think that the Russell Wilson is going to have one of his best games of the season. I think DK Metcalf is going to moss everybody. He probably will have 2 touchdowns and 100 yards. Maybe we'll be dominant on the running game, because that's not really a weakness. The Seattle Seahawks defense secondary is not that good. So maybe Sam Darnold could light it up. Maybe he can get 300 passing yards. We haven't seen that once this season. I'm just hoping for some competitive football, and I just want to see Sam Darnold play decent, and I don't want to look like a joke out there. And obviously, we're probably going to lose, so we don't have to worry about it. So looks like we're going to go 0-13. Let me know in the comment section your expectations of this game. I want to go live for this segment of the flight preview. So if you guys are in the chat, I see you guys. Welcome in. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed. And again, subscribe to Jets Media for more Jets content. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in my live stream during the game. And yeah, that does it for this video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And let's go Jets, right? Oh, no, let's not go Jets. We want them to lose, right? I don't know what I want, guys. I'll see you in my live stream on Sunday at